I don't know about Idalia, but she's pretty awesome, yeah? Okay.
This Paul guy. Thanks for sticking through the whole month. Welcome. This is our recap video for our last week here at Wednesday Night Hop for Level 1 Charleston series. We did a lot of things this month, and we try to encompass it and bring it back together this week. So we started out doing our basic, our yo-yo, and then we added a turn.
So our basic 20s Charleston. Rock, step, step, rock, step, step, and in front. Dun, dun.
Oop, ba, oop. So this was review. And then we added the turn. Ba, shoot, ba, do. Ba, ba, shoot, ba, do. Back together.
So I'll show that from another side as well, so you can see it, and then we'll break it down.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 3, 5, 7, and 1, 3, 5, 7. Oop, ba, and back together, side by side.
So the key leads, if you remember, to this move, and actually the yo-yo as well, and especially the 20s Charleston turn, was the preparation. So we exaggerated a little bit in the previous version of this so you could see. What we do is we do a wind-up on 1 as we rock step. It's a very small, subtle wind-up just to create a little bit of tension with which we can unwind, and then the follow will step in a very specific way. So with the leads just footwork alone, it would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and a tension here, 5, and back.
Great. For the followers, remember that little trick we can have to knowing which way to turn is if we follow the direction of our wrist. So throughout every turn, I make sure that my wrist never goes behind me or you're going to get injured. It's always here in front. We talked about creating like this large halo around, right?
So leads, if the follow was not there, I would still be making this halo. She's not making me do it. I'm doing it myself.
Whoop. Great. We follow that through. As for the turn, we want to step down the line, which means after he winds me up, I'm going to do half a turn and then back. So it's going to go, we'll do it all together. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, down, down, in a line.
And let's show it from the camera side. And we're just going to start from closed and go to open. Either one works.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1 through half, half, and back. Boop, back.
And there's also a really cool follow styling that Idalia added as well.
Sure, we can, if you guys just want to add a little something, you can create a line with your arm. Ba, boop, ba, ba. And bring it right back because the leaders might want to move on with our dancing. Yeah, don't hide them.
One point that we wanted to make sure the leads didn't do is crank the follow around. The follow is going to naturally step with their tempo around anyways, so once you start that turn, just drift around gently and let them complete it themselves. They know what they're doing. And at the very end, because the follow has stepped away here, they're moving in that direction. So I just make sure when I step back, I keep my arm with me, and that brings the follow back in my direction, creating a little bit of tension here so that they come back into me for the basic step.
Excellent. Like that. We also moved on to do kick-ups, right? So we talked about it's an out-in motion, right? We go out, in, so we just started walking together and then starting rotating in and out. Wow. Wow.
Let's back up a little bit.
In your face.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like a groove walk in and out. And then little by little, you can start lifting your feet up, and then to do the 30s Charleston, which is going to go rock, step, kick, 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 kick. Key points about this is that Paul is moving his arm out and in, like it's like a hinging motion, right?
So what I'm not doing when I'm turning out is bringing my hand with me this time, because otherwise the follow rotates. That's a different move. So we make sure to open the book, then close the book. Open and close. And then we're kicking towards each other or away from each other.
And our hips are going with this movement, not just the legs. It's not this, right? This is kind of weird. We're going to actually hip, 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 hip.
Pretend you have this little rod sticking out of your belly button here, and first it's aimed that way, then it's aimed that way, then it's aimed that way.
Exactly, great. Then we put it together. This is going to go rock, step, kick, kick, big kick, rock step, basic.
And how did we lead that rotation, or how did we lead that big kick? Well, I just gave it away with rotation. So the same way we do this little prep. Yes, thank you, thank you. So what we're going to do is on the rotation before what we as leads deem the big kick, we give a slightly bigger of an opening so the follows feel, oh, there's more spring into this next kick. And then we do our safety kick. So leads, you're always kicking above.
And followers, nice and low.
And again, we're not kicking across like this. We have these rods going across.
We form a V with our body, essentially.
Yeah. And you can do as many of these as you'd like. And you can travel and rotate around. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 1, small, 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 and spring and kick and rock step kick.
Sounds great. And we just reviewed our slide as well during class, and that was like the last thing that we covered. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 7,
during class, as a reminder, was 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Well done. Charleston is always difficult when you learn it for the first time. And even though it seems like we may have done relatively few moves, each of these moves is pretty complex because of the footwork. And we think you guys did an awesome job. So congratulations, and we'll see you next month.